That's one of the differences between characters in a book and characters on the screen. In a book, each reader populates the features
with himself.
by himself, yeah. And they're all different probably.
Yeah.
But I think you've chosen very well because of all the talent in that group of people.
It's also that probably, like when you create a character for the screen, I think you gotta probably select some of the aspects from the book and probably leave some away, because the movie is just so much shorter. And also with the character, it helps if you focus a little bit on certain aspects, and maybe you will tell about other aspects of the character a little less.
As a novelist, I had a luxury that you did not have. I had infinite space and time, as long as I needed it. And
you didn't care if it's like 900 pages or 1,000 or...
Well, I used his adolescent physical stupidity, his bullying self, until he realized his true personality. You know, to show the development of his character and how he overcame that juvenile thuggishness. You know, but that's the whole challenge of making a movie. You can't use a lot of material.
To make the movie strong, we wanted to enforce certain aspects of the story. One is that he has to, one really original and very strong aspect is that he has to hide as a Jew, or discover as a Jew, or become a Jew, to be able to study in Isfahan. And though he's like so wrapped up in this wonderfully warm Jewish community, and he's sort of, in a way, he's sort of a traitor. He has to, there's some, he knows he's not really okay, and we felt that somehow, because he has to hide his true religious origin, it felt sort of a little too easy for him to have a Christian wife within Isfahan. And when you want to set up like the theme of, okay, no Christian person is allowed to be in Isfahan, which we made up for the movie to make it, his obstacle stronger, it felt like not so helpful to have a Jewish woman.
Barbara is one of the strongest characters in the novel, and I don't think I would have liked to have seen him more in the movie, but I understand what you're saying. You couldn't, and I came to the conclusion, the firm belief that you can't tell my long, complicated novel in one film.
The Mary character is in the book. The storyline of the Mary character is like he meets her like on this trek to Anatolia. They fall in love. Then they split in Constantinople. Then he goes to Isfahan. He forgets about her. Then she sort of suddenly, she's in Persia. Her father is about to die. Then she goes with him to Isfahan, becomes his wife.
Oh, you can't catalog all of that. I understand that.
The thing is that in several people before, the screenplay writers try to stick close to the storyline of the Mary character in the screenplay. But somehow, when you read the novel, and you can't read it in one day, you just read it in a week, or maybe in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. So you go step by step and follow, and somehow the moment of Mary re-entering the story in Isfahan is you sort of buy it as a reader. It's no problem to buy it. Even when she's then married with Rob as a Christian girl married to a Jewish guy, you buy it. Somehow it's strange, but if you condense it to a screenplay from one movie length, there's storylines like that feel sort of slightly it's harder to believe it, because the time between Mary, the splitting of the two characters in Constantinople, and her re-entering the story is in the novel. When you read it, you have like 3 or 4 days between it. Like in the movie, it's like 20 minutes later,
Yeah.
and suddenly it feels like, oops,
I
there she is again.
understand.
So
the
this is-
reason I did that,
Yeah.
the reason he leaves her, and it is not because he just leaves her.
No, he wants to study.
He has an overdriving need
Yes.
to learn about medicine.
Yes.
And
Stronger than his love.
and it's stronger than even any love he can have for a woman
Yeah.
or his family or his tradition.
Yeah.
You know, but I understand what you're saying. The thing is, I used it again with the ability to take time and space. I used it to reinforce the theme of different people
coming together, living together.
and it's not easy for it's not easy for Mary as a Christian woman. He has a goal. He has to do this because it allows him to assume his life's identity. She is in love with him, but she is a practicing Christian, and it's terribly difficult for her to do it. But she does it, and the sympathies and affection and love between people of different groups all plays into the theme of my book.